4, 3, 2, 1.
Playing games with strangers. You know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers. I'm playing games with strangers. I'm playing games with strangers.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another rousing episode of Playing Games with Strangers. I am your DM, John Haru. We have a couple people out tonight. Just life happening. Josiah is out videotaping a youth retreat, if I remember right. And Squid is out doing squid things. I don't know. So we're a little short crew tonight. We have with us, though, we have Eric. Here he is.
Here I am. What are squid things? Is it like giant squid things? Is she like
That would be
ships down to the
amazing,
bottom of the
and I would
ocean,
love
or
to know this.
strangling fish with her tentacles? Like, I don't know.
To Eric's left, we have Dave Clements.
Hi.
You looked a little shocked there when I said your name. He's like, "Wait, I am here."
I didn't know what order we were going. Yeah.
Super excited to be here tonight.
My brain is not connected to anything in this realm right now, so this is gonna be fun.
That's
right?
great. Maybe you can connect it to something in a different realm then.
Is it a forgotten realm?
Maybe.
Hopefully. I see what you did there, Celeste.
I made a joke.
See what you did there. That was a good one.
And that voice you just heard was actually Celeste Mora, my boss with certain podcasts, my cast member, and others. What you knitting, Celeste?
I am crocheting
I'm always going to call it knitting. I'm sorry. It's just how it is.
That's okay. I will always just calmly say whatever I'm actually doing. But it's gonna be like one of those chick sweaters where it doesn't actually like close. It's meant to be worn over stuff.
So basically a woman's cape.
Like a
Yes.
shawl?
No, it's not a shawl, because shawls are legitimate capes and they're open and flapping and they fall
I don't know.
off.
I've only seen women wear them. I've never worn one myself.
I'm Batman.
So it's like a shawl without the impracticality of having to worry about it just slipping off of you.
Fair enough.
And then
Well, that's why Batman wears a cowl, because then it keeps his
I
cape
might
on.
put a cowl on this. You never know.
See? I'm a thinker.
we need SPC to make a character for you, Celeste. Call her Dragon Girl.
Oh, yes. Yes, that would work.
But anyway, the person we would want to talk to about that is sitting next to Celeste on my screen. He is the immutable J.S. Earls.
I don't know. I think I put myself on mute.
I know
quite a
the
few
problem.
times.
The problem is getting you to unmute. That's funny if you've ever been on one of these with him, because he has a tendency to talk before he unmutes himself. So, who can recap the last episode for Eric, being as Eric was not here?
I was just
And
gonna say,
you're
not
in
me, 'cause I wasn't
danger.
here.
I vote Dave.
Yeah,
I
knew
vote
that
the
was
acting
coming.
mayor.
That would be better. But we did this last time. Thankfully, over on patreon.com/playing games with strangers, we have squid notes for the last session.
And there's the plug.
Yeah, look at that professionalism. Anyway, the party headed toward the Bugbear settlement to kind of scope out what's going on with the war that's brewing there. And on the way, there were some spindly leggy walkie things that decided to come across the same path as our little group, and one of them abducted Stumblefoot, and Pooh ended up finding him later at a little carnival setup, and that's where we ended our session with Pooh attempting to rescue him. In the meantime, Wilder And Callum decided to, Wilder decided to follow his nose, so to speak, and maybe get some ale, something to drink that he's been avoiding. But with Stumblefoot gone, he didn't have anybody to keep him accountable. Callum decided to go into a tent, and I can't remember why.
Try to find you, because you went into a tent.
I guess that would make sense. Come to find out, the tents may have been part of the Space Between Spaces, if I remember. And
Callum saw Carrick with a interesting use of her Ring of the Grammarian. And
Right.
Carrick was munching on not Aileen. And then Pooh dragged everybody out.
Pooh rescued everybody.
Except for,
Wilder saw Fenrik and kind of made amends as Fenrik turned into a pile of dirt again. And I think that's kind of caught up.
yeah,
Can't think of anything
where we left off,
incredibly
Pooh and
spectacular.
Orbog went into the big top, where they found Stumblefoot hanging from the trapeze. And Stumblefoot is currently tied up. Underneath of him were two dog-like creatures that were pacing back and forth within a fence. And as Pooh and Orbog were beginning to leave, Fenrik had appeared behind them with some sort of grandiose welcome to the circus sort of thing. And that's where
Was it Fenrik?
it was Fenrik.
Oh,
He said he was Fenrik.
okay.
And that's where we left off. So
Which would then explain why we need Pooh to go outside and get the rest of the party.
exactly.
Well, I found Stumblefoot. He's in that tent, and there's some dogs in a pen, and he's hanging up in the air.
Are you trying to say you need us to come inside, Pooh?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well. Is it
Right,
safe?
it's-
Well, no, not really. When the dogs are in a pen, and so as long as you don't go into the pen with the dogs,
So Alien's gonna go into the tent?
Wilder is following. Who's very convincing without having to be convincing.
Yeah. Callum,
I performed my task as assigned.
Callum shakes his head vehemently and is like, I'm not going in.
To quote Kate, nope.
You guys go in the tent and you do see the following. There is a fence, which is the black line going around the two towers there. And there are two dog-like creatures as Stumblefoot is hung from the trapeze. And you see Fenrik standing on the stage in front of the cage, just kind of grinning at the three of you.
Am I conscious?
You are, but you are bound and gagged.
How am I hanging from the trapeze?
Your arms are tied behind you, and the rope is tied up. There's a rope going from your arms to the trapeze.
Okay, so I'm suspended. How far am I suspended below the trapeze? Like,
What did I say?
feet?
What did I say last week? I think it was 40 feet down.
So how far is he hanging from that handle?
Yeah, from the trapeze handle to me, how much rope is there? Is it a foot? 2 feet?
Not even. It's like literally your hands are tied to the handle, like behind
Okay.
you, but they're behind you, so your arms are stretched out behind you.
Well, that sounds uncomfortable.
It wasn't supposed to be comfortable.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a picture of the predicament that I'm in.
No, it's fine. I'm having a what am words moment. So
Sure. and what about my feet? Are my feet tied up too?
Yes.
Or are my okay? All right. Am I bound and gagged?
that's what I said when you asked how you were.
Okay. I'm still trying to absorb all of the details. So.
I'd imagine you probably were unconscious until right about now.
Perfect.
So you're waking up to this.
Great. I'm waking up to a burning pain in my shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Seeing ravenous hell beasts below you.
Mm-hmm. Stumblefoot peas.
I'm not sure if it's because he's tired or if he's just trying to show that he's the bigger beast and marking territory.
Don't know if it's from fear or just trying to be dominant. Maybe a little of both.
So upon entering the tent and seeing Fenrik, Wilder draws both daggers and looks at Fenrik and just kind of studies him. All right, y'all know who I just talked to. Show your real self.
Oh, my boy. It is my real self. I'm just not in control at the moment. And I did hear outside. Do you... Oh. You have the backup plan outside, don't you?
Backup plan. What would you might be referring to?
You'll know soon enough. But what brings you to my tent of fun?
So I just kind of look past him and I point to Stumblefoot. You've got my friend Stumby up there, and I'd like to have him back, please.
Somebody's got to feed the dogs.
I mean, you're here. You could feed them yourself.
As soon as I hear the word Stumby, I shake my head no as much as I can.
I don't think your friend cares for that nickname.
It's all right. Sometimes we get names we don't like. Anyway, so we could do this the easy way, where you just let them down, you give them to us, and we'll find something for your pups to eat. Or we could do this the hard way, and I kind of tip my head toward Orbog, kind of like, this guy.
I think I have a nickname for you now. I shall call you Alpo.
And he throws his hand up in the air and he snaps. And the fence disappears.
Yeah. I don't know what Alpo means, but all right.
Who? I thought you said it was... That is the wrong accent, dear Lord.
You want to give that another go, Celeste?
Give me a second.
You want to go to the
Go ahead,
mirror
keep
in the
going.
bathroom and practice that and come back out and try it again?
Just got to get in the right headspace.
Think sweet tea.
And butter.
Sweet tea and attitude.
I thought you said it was safe, Pooh.
Pooh's not in there with you.
He was.
He's not now. No, he stayed out there with Callum. Because Callum wouldn't come in.
That's convenient.
I am not voicing these characters.
So, Orbog, feel like fighting some dogs?
I don't think I got a choice. I feel like feeding him to the dogs.
Well, let's do it. And I'm going to run straight at
Me too.
Okay.
Fenrik. Daggers out.
He just looks at you and goes, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Absolutely. But this is a family-friendly podcast, and I can't say what I was going to
I'm
say.
so curious now. All right. Dave, being as you made the first motion, I'll give you a surprise round, then we're going to roll initiative.
All right. So I'm going to, as I'm running toward Fenrik, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Shadow Blade. And then I'm going to use my action to attack with Shadow Blade.
In a surprise round, you only get an action, homie.
Oh, okay. Well, this is something that I get to learn. So then never mind. I'm going to Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slash at him with my adamantine dagger.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
I gotta remember how to read this because it says 10 and then it says 27. 27 would be with advantage, right?
Yep. That's okay. A 10's going to hit on this. So
Switch this over.
I've been chomping at the bit to get in a fight, and now that we're in one,
all right. So
oh, the irony.
here's what happens, Dave.
Okay.
Fenrik sees you coming with the knife, and he just smiles and he throws his arms out in a cross form, and he lets you, and you just slice him from sternum to pelvis, right?
Okay.
And as the skin begins to open up, there's something writhing underneath, and the skin around it just rots and begins to fall away. And from inside of him emerges a beast that looks a lot larger than what should have been able to fit inside of him.
Is he bigger on the inside?
He was. And it looks at you and goes, "Now I'm hungry too." And everybody rolls the initiative. So, Stumblefoot, you got the first round.
I sure did.
Go, Stumby! Go, Stumby!
I would like to spend a key point to cast a Radiant Sunbolt from my hands.
Okay.
The idea being that I would like to burn the ropes.
Okay.
The Radiant Sunbolt does radiant damage, so this is up to you, DM.
Okay. Per the PHB on page 196, damage types have no rules of their own, but other rules such as damage resistance rely on the types. So there is nothing saying that radiant damage cannot affect physical objects.
Okay.
So I will allow it.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna, release the Radiant Sunbolt to try and damage the ropes to get my hands free.
Okay.
Understanding that I might fall.
And by might, you mean will.
Into the mouth
Yeah.
of those puppies.
If you take a closer look at those dogs, they're not exactly cute, Celeste.
They're adorable.
So it doesn't do a lot of damage because I'm only a level 3 monk. So it does the same amount of damage as martial arts damage for a level 3 monk, which I think is just a D4. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's a 1D, so it is 1D4 radiant damage. Three.
You did 3 damage?
Yes.
Okay. The rope begins to fray, but it's still holding you.
Okay. Well, then I would like to use my movement to begin kicking my legs to try and swing the trapeze.
Okay.
With the greatest of ease.
And I'm assuming that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All
That's pretty much all I can do.
Fenrik looks at you, Wilder. And you just hear the words, "So hungry," come out in a low, guttural moan. And his head shoots towards you. And does a 20 hit you?
Yes, I do.
You take 24 points of piercing damage. And you are currently grappled in his mouth.
That's not fun.
And then Orbog, evens or odds? Orbog.
You're muted.
Self-fulfilling
That thing where
prophecy.
you're muted.
Odds.
All right. Events. All right. So, Aileen, as this thing takes a bite into Wilder,
Mm-hmm.
it lashes its tail out at you. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing hits you.
Ow.
All right. Orbog, it is your turn.
Eric, just so you know, Orbog has taken it upon himself to be the acting mayor should anything happen to you.
Yeah, I read the chat. I know I didn't respond because I was super busy working that day, but I read the ridiculous chat.
So he's debating about which person to try to help.
The supposed power has already, the power you haven't actually laid claim to has already gone to your head.
Actually, I think he knows he's really probably not cut out to be mayor, so he will, and I know this is probably gonna get me a wonderful attack of opportunity. Although I don't know if that thing can attack with something in its mouth. It's rude, I mean, with its mouth full.
Something you mean Wilder?
Yeah. That guy.
He's
I
been called
forget the
worse.
names of these. Yeah.
Something, someone, yeah. You say tomato, I say Wilder.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
Can he tell at all, like how close to breaking Stumblefoot's rope is after he blasted it?
Make a perception check. At this distance, it's kind of hard to tell. He's way up there, and you're trying to look at a finite rope that is tied around his wrist, so you're not...
Well, he'll yeah. He's gonna run past the thing and try to get underneath Stumblefoot to catch him.
Okay. Okay, which you'll give Fenrik an attack of opportunity. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah. 17 AC.
Yeah, that hits. So as you run by, it snaps its tail at you, and you catch 25 points of bludgeoning damage. Wilder Filch. You are currently in the mouth of a giant worm-like beast.
So grappled simply means I can't move, but I can still attack, right?
I believe so.
In that case, I am going to do what I wanted to do originally and use Shadow Blade. So bonus action to cast it and then an action to use it. So since this is a spell, I don't have a...
Well, with your attack, it's the D20 plus your proficiency bonus.
Right. So I gotta look at my proficiency bonus because I can't remember.
But unless your proficiency bonus is in double digits, you're not going to hit either way.
Yeah, it should be a 13 total.
No, that still does not hit.
Okay. Awesome.
So awesome. All right, so the dogs, funny enough, now that the fence is gone, they scatter towards the corners. And once they get to the corners, they
Grow in size.
well, no, they blink into shadow and disappear.
Don't give him any funny ideas.
I know. Rider brain off.
And then Wilder, you hear with his mouth full, Fenrik go, "Well, that isn't what I wanted."
Dave, you're muted now too.
Oh. It's not what I want either.
Aileen, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
Can I cast a spell and then stab somebody?
Is the spell a bonus action?
It does not say.
Yeah, it does. What spell is it?
Dimensions Door.
Dimension Door, I believe.
I think that's an actual action to cast.
Dimension Door, casting time, 1 action.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
So no, you would not be able to.
Okay. I'm going to cast Dimensions Door and go right behind Fenrik.
Any more movement you want to do or bonus actions?
I'm good.
Okay. Stumby, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to continue to kick my feet to get the trapeze to swing.
Okay.
When I get to a point where I think that the trapeze, that I'm swinging enough, that I have enough momentum that if the rope breaks that I can land on one of those platforms,
Mm-hmm.
at that point I'm going to tug on the frayed rope to try and snap it so that I can come loose, and I'm trying to fling myself off of the trapeze.
Okay. We're going to do a couple things here to make this work. First of all, I need you to pick high or low.
Low.
Okay. Now I need you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Okay. Ooh, I can do percentile dice. $70.
Okay. So you tug real hard when you start getting out there, and the rope begins to fray even more, but it does not break. So that is your turn. Fenrik is going to do a succession of 2 movements here. Dave, he is going to toss you up in the air with his mouth, and he's going to open his maw underneath you as you are coming down.
Wonderful.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
You take another 32 points of piercing damage, and it swallows you.
Oh.
That's always bad.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah and the whale.
It's going to take you to Nineveh.
Dave, why didn't you go to Nineveh?
That's Nineveh business.
That's right. Wow. I'm really glad we got here with Wilder before he died. This is cool. My favorite character to play so far. The only one.
Just because you're swallowed doesn't mean that you're dead.
Not dead yet.
Swallowed.
I love Bush. Sorry. Eric took me back to 1998. Orbog, so you're underneath the trapeze and you're watching Stumblefoot swinging back and forth and kind of jerking on the ropes that bind him. What do you do?
Question: did he actually pee
No.
Is it?
No.
Because I was rethinking being directly under.
You are in the splash zone, my good buddy.
It did not actually pee.
Glad I wore my parka.
I'm not incontinent.
Okay. So, gosh, now that he's swinging back and forth, I don't know what to do.
You do have another party member that was just swallowed by a giant worm beast.
I know. I was,
Wait.
yeah. I didn't really
He
like him
actually is
that
a
much,
worm.
though.
Callum was right.
No.
Oh.
You know I'm not going to pick a monster out of a typical source material because with as many experienced players that we have.
Is there like a lump in his like throat, like of this worm-like, snake-like
No.
weird?
Nope, nope.
Trap thing? I'm just trying to think of where he could attack it that he wouldn't hurt.
You saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, right? Just think of Wilder as Drax, and everything will be fine.
Yeah,
From
right.
the opening scene. He's just going to be in there just... "Ah!"
Yeah, so I will move up next to it and take a swing.
Swing away, as they said in signs.
Hey, bada.
That is one of my favorite all-time movies.
Signs?
Yep.
That's a great movie.
I made my wife cry when we watched it the first time.
Did you call it?
No, I startled the pee out of her in the midnight in the cornfield scene.
Oh, you got in trouble, didn't you?
We were dating at the time.
Oh, so he got cuddles.
21 will hit and 13 points of slashing damage. I feel like that's a really low roll for you. Okay, 13 points.
Yeah, it would have been low if you're getting a plus 12.
Well, that's just to hit.
Right.
Oh, so it didn't... Well... Yeah, and since I moved, I can't... I do get 2 attacks, but I can't attack
Yeah, you
again,
can.
right?
Yeah, you get both attacks.
Okay, I didn't know... I knew if I wasn't moving
So-
that I could. I didn't know...
Your movement and your
No.
actions are completely separate.
Yeah, because you've leveled up now, your attack action allows you to take 2 attacks instead of 1.
Yes, that 27 is also going to hit, so that's another 16 points of damage. So you did a total of 29. Almost.
Well, Aileen will finish him off. Although she should... she brought food with her, and he keeps saying he's hungry. I don't know why she's not just giving him...
So as you take these hacks at him, all of a sudden you see this beast kind of retch a little bit. But then it turns around and starts to look at you like it, maybe you might taste nice.
Doubtful.
Wilder, it is your turn. You are confined inside this beast.
Oh, let's see.
It's dark, slippery, and moist
Oh, shoot.
where you're at.
That word, though.
All right. Dark, slippery, and moist.
Very moist. You could say it's moister than an oyster.
Or at least as moist as an oyster.
All right.
Trigger words for Celeste.
It's not. It's just the way that you're saying it. I'm going, it's unpleasant.
I like to taunt my sister with that because she hates that word.
Normally, I am just
Could be worse. It could be wearing corduroy.
What's wrong with corduroy?
Some people don't like the word corduroy.
Oh,
fascinating.
That's strange.
Dave, what are you doing, bro?
Desperate as I am, I'm going to cast Burning Hands at level 1.
Okay.
Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that go out of the stomach?
No, you're literally just throwing fire around inside this thing. So,
He's getting some heartburn.
And let's see.
and I'm going to forego that
These-
dexterity saving throw because that fire is going to hit no matter where it's at inside there. Just being real here.
Okay.
That's a
Alright,
fair
so
ruling.
3d6 fire damage on a failed
I mean,
save.
how are you going to move your stomach out of the way? Suck in. Oh, that doesn't work.
There's some DMs who would rule it by the book,
I rule it by legitimately. Let's think about
by
this.
common sense.
Yes.
Solomon John.
I would have ruled it the same way, because it makes sense.
That'd be 8 fire damage.
8 fire. All right. So for those of you on the outside, as it's looking at as it's looking at Orbog, kind of hungrily, you see smoke start to billow out of its mouth a little bit.
How's that for some heartburn?
Aileen, it is your turn.
I'm going to stab it.
I appreciate the amount of moxie that it takes for Wilder to taunt this monster from inside of its stomach.
11 will not hit. So, it just kind of slithers out of the way as you come at it. Do you have a second attack?
I do not.
Okay. Stumblefoot.
Second verse, same as the first. Same thing. I'm gonna try and land myself on
First, let's
one of those pedestals.
let's try to break the rope again. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll another D100.
This time I rolled a 60.
The DC's getting broader, but he's
So here, what if instead
Okay.
of just trying to tug on it, because if that didn't work, but I know that it's, I probably felt it give after the first Radiant Sunbolt, I
Mhm.
can do that again. So I think maybe instead of trying to tug on it, I'd like to just try and blast it when I'm at the apex of the swing.
okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
4.
That'll do her.
Okay.
Now I need you to roll a deck save to land it on the podium.
And not on Orbog.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it in
Oh.
like a little water bucket.
I'm not talking about peeing here, Orbog. Dexterity save. It's a good thing that I'm good at those. That'll be a 19.
Yeah. So, for those of you who are outside of Fenrik right now, you watch as Stumblefoot, this kind of stumpy gnome, snaps the.
Excuse me? Gnome?
Sorry. Dwarf.
Excuse me.
Dwarf. Whatever. I got gnomes on the brain tonight for some reason. He snaps the ropes binding his hands, and he does a backflip as he lands on the podium to the left and sticks the landing because his feet are still tied together.
Wilder holds up a 10 card.
Inside of Fenrik. Nobody else is watching.
And
Yes, 10 of hearts just floats out of its mouth.
so you are on top of a 40-foot tall podium. You have some movement still.
I can use that attack as my bonus action.
Oh, cool.
So for my action, I would like to untie myself.
Okay.
So I assume my hands are free because I blasted the
Right,
rope, or do I
that's-
still have to untie?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will pull the I'll ungag myself, untie my feet, and then my movement is quite a bit because I'm a dwarf. 35 because I'm a monk. 35 feet, so I will start moving down the ladder as much as I can.
That'll get you to 5 feet above the ground.
Okay.
All right. It is Fenrik's turn, and as he begins his turn, Dave, you take 4d6 acid damage.
Ouch.
Stomachs are not cool places to be, bro.
You take 19 points of acid damage as you begin to digest.
That's cool. That I am currently in death saves mode.
Oh,
now.
you went unconscious. Awesome.
Oh, is he gonna be like even whiter once he comes out too?
It's the new type of facial.
Fenrik,
They call me Michael.
your amount of flare that you just did coming off of that trapeze caught this thing's attention. It cocks its head back and then just shoots its face forward like the I used to know what it's called. The thing that got Nedry in Jurassic Park.
I just listened to that.
Yeah. Dilophosaurus.
Dilophosaurus,
Yes.
thank you.
Right.
I'm like, it starts with a D and there's a PH in there. And
It's my name, David.
out comes a big old goo shot. I need you to make a dex save, please.
23.
Ooh. Dang, I was hoping to catch you with that.
Hey, man, I started as a monk, so it means I got a dope deck save.
All right.
Proficient in deck saves.
That is fine, but centered around there's a 20-foot radius of green acid muck that is difficult terrain,
Okay.
and that uses up all the attack action for Fenrik at the moment. So, with that being said, Orbog, it's your turn.
Okay. Does position of privilege count for acting mayors too?
What?
I'm gonna say that's a no.
Too funny.
That's okay. Inspiration though, right?
What are you trying to do here, Jeff?
I'm just joking. Orbog is actually getting frustrated. He's going to rage. Do I have to click the little gear thing to activate the
No.
raging?
No. Yeah, you just say I'm going to rage, and then you do whatever it is you're gonna do.
In your range.
You use a bonus action to rage, and then, it gooses your damage, and whatever kind of barbarian you are, you get your damage resistances.
Boom, that's better. Although,
You get extra damage. 17. Actually, you're correct if you hit. 17 does not hit.
dang it, that's what I was afraid of. So, but I still got my other attack,
Yep.
yes?
18 does hit, though.
Come on. It's 18, everybody write that down.
And suddenly rocks fall.
And we all die.
Meta playing is not allowed at my table.
Well, 12 damage from the rocks.
You don't get extra damage on that slashing for raging?
For the raging, yes, I do. While raging, following strength, when you make melee weapon attack, you gain a +2 bonus to the damage.
So 14. So as this thing had cocked its head forward to spew the slime out at Stumblefoot, Orbog takes advantage of its distraction, and you land this axe in the side of its neck, and it reeks its head away, and it's like as you hack at it.
He says, "Sorry, Walder."
Wilder, you're making death saves.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and make a death save. Nat 20.
Oh, nat
Oh.
20. Holy crap.
You stabilize in this thing's stomach, and you are you're still unconscious. Actually, with a nat 20, if he stabilizes,
Nat 20.
he goes back up
Nat
to
20,
1.
you come back with 1 hit point at nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time I've seen it happen. I'm happy I was the one DMing when it did.
It doesn't happen very often. That's cool.
Wow.
Clutch moment, sir. Clutch moment. Aileen, go ahead. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stab again.
You can certainly try. Ooh, 23. Yes, 23 will hit for 5 whole hit points.
Woohoo!
Stumblefoot.
Okay, so you said it's difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So it means I get half movement through it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of 35 feet, I can move 17 feet.
Also, you take 3 points of acid damage for starting your turn in that area.
But I'm still up on the ladder. I'm not on the ground.
Okay, well, the moment you touched the ground, I just assumed you were heading that direction. You're going to
I
take
am
3
heading
points.
that direction.
You're going to be taking 3 points of acid damage.
Okay. Well, if I move diagonally, I can go 1, 2, 3. I can get out of it.
Well, give me a quick second because I need you, please, to make a strength save the moment that you touch that ground.
Now, 21.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Okay. And then you said 3 points.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. For my action. Since my movement was halved, I can't get any closer.
Make it count here.
Yeah. Time for the dwarven nuke.
Oh.
Spirit Guardians.
Oh.
Because I'm a level 6 cleric now, so I have level 3 spells.
Are they going to be the same ones that your last...
Oh no! No, these will be angels.
Okay.
I mean, we'll go with the proper motif here.
Okay.
It won't be like the other campaign. As entertaining as that would be, there will be no dwarven cherubs with steins circling me singing dwarven drinking songs. So, for those who aren't in the know, Spirit Guardians, when I cast it, I summon 3. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you at a distance of 15 feet for the duration, so 15-foot radius around me.
Nice.
If you're good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey, your choice. If you're evil, they appear fiendish. So I'm going to have 3 angels, 3 small angels appear that are going to be flying, buzzing around me in a 15-foot radius, which I believe puts Fenrik inside of that radius.
Sure does.
So
I wish there was a way for me to put an aura around you.
I can put an aura around me.
Please do.
15-foot circle. I'm going to use the yellow one.
Hey.
Boop. There you go. So he must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And my
He rolled
spells,
a 14.
okay, my save is a 16, so he fails.
Yes, he did.
So he will take 3d8 radiant damage. $11, 13 points of radiant damage.
13.
So my little angels that just appeared thwap him hard with their burning angelic swords.
Yes, they do. and he hisses at them and is very unpleased. Anything else?
Nope. That's it. That's all I can do. That was an action to cast that, and
All right.
that was all my movement. So
It is Fenrik's
that's it.
turn, which means, Dave, you are starting to digest again. You take another 3d6, which I won't bother rolling because you are unconscious again.
You know, it is what it is.
But look on the bright side. At least you didn't take a failed death save because of it.
Oh,
That's
if Fenrik's
true.
starting his turn inside of that radius, he takes 3d8 damage.
Oh, and let's do that.
Oh, sure. Oh, you mean Fenrik, not me. Never mind. Whatever.
Ooh, that's a better roll. That's 20 points of radiant damage.
Actually, although my... Oh, no. Although my... it starts on my turn, so the points... The digestion counts because they were so close together. I will count that towards the gag reflex because why not? Wilder... Oh, the rest of you, Wilder isn't aware of it. But these angels pummel this creature so good and so right that he vomits the body.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I'm not upset with this.
Stumblefoot saves the day!
Vomits Wilder
You thought you were here to save me!
out. So there is an unconscious, unstable Wilder body. And he looks at you, Stumblefoot, and he goes, I was eating that.
Not anymore, you're not.
And he
Yeah, big ugly worm.
and he cocks his head forward to take a bite at you. Does 18 hit?
That's a great question. My AC is 17, so yes, it does.
He bites a chunk out of you for 37 piercing.
Yikes.
And now you are grappled.
Oops.
And then I'm assuming a 13 does not hit.
No.
So while he's biting you, he swings his tail at you, but you kind of jump rope it as he's swinging at you. Orbog, it is your turn. 30 plus... Okay, yep, 30 is going to hit, and that is...
I hope so.
That plus your 11 plus 2 makes for 13 damage. And it just growls as it's got a hold of Stumblefoot right now. Go ahead and make your second attack. 16 does not hit. So it just kind of edges out of your way as you take your second swing. Any movement or bonus attacks or bonus actions, I mean?
You should use a bonus action to unmute.
She's got you there.
Whatever. See, but if I, it's if I move away, doesn't he get like an attack?
He
of
would,
opportunity?
yes.
No, then that's okay. I won't do
All right.
anything else.
Welder Filch, go ahead and make a death save for me, please. I think 11 counts at. I think 11
Yep.
counts as a success.
10 or higher.
Yeah, 10 or higher.
So go ahead.
Dave has
That's
the right
2.
of it.
Go ahead and mark that as one success.
I should have a total of... Oh, no. That's right. It resets.
It resets.
You're right.
Yeah.
Aileen Sugar Baker, bake some sugar.
Stabby.
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 5 points of damage.
Yep.
Because that 25 will definitely hit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is that concentration?
Stabbing?
Oh, I think my spell is a concentration spell. It is, so I need to make a Constitution save because I got wallet.
Please do, sir.
You hit me for 37 points of damage.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Did it feel good? I want you to think about.
did not.
I want you to think about all of my characters that you've killed.
I did not enjoy it, but I rolled a 20, so I saved.
I especially want you to think about my last character that you killed, resurrected, and killed again.
That's starting to sound familiar.
No, this was a completely different situation.
It's not my fault
Oh, I
that you
believe
decided
it.
to face tank a Marilith, okay?
Stumby,
With a rogue.
Stumby, it is your turn.
Well,
As you are in the
this
maw.
thing is I'm in its mouth.
Yeah, you are restrained in its mouth.
Can I use an action to try to escape?
You sure can. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Okay.
Or strength save, rather.
Oh, strength save? That's better. I like that better. Ew. My dice have failed me. That's an 11.
Get your dice from Sage's Portal, everybody. No, you are unable to break the grapple.
Okay. Well, that stinks.
Literally, he probably needs a breath mint.
Do you have a bonus spell?
I mean, I could burn another key point as a bonus action and Radiant Sunbolt this thing.
I mean, if there was a time to start burning key points and start hurting it, I mean...
Yeah, I will do that and hit it for 2 points of damage. 2 points of radiant damage.
Are you
in
not
the
going to
mouth.
pull out your meteor hammer, dude? I mean, you've been dying to use it.
I'd used my action to try to break the grapple, so I can't use my meteor hammer to attack.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was trying to break the grapple so I could, on my next turn, hit it with the meteor hammer.
All right. So, yeah, 2 points. Every little bit is important. All right, so it is Fenrik's turn.
All right, he's going to take 3d8 damage
Okay.
from my angels.
It's not getting old at all.
Oh, I rolled like duty. 4 points.
That's okay.
3d8, and I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Nice.
Barf.
So it does the same action that it did with you, Eric. It tosses you up, like it did with Fenrik. It tosses you up in the air and takes a bite at you.
You mean
Okay.
Elder.
As that happens, you hear Stumblefoot go, yeah! Just like Goofy.
Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Nice. So it takes it's being bombarded by these spirit guardians. It tries to take a snap at you, but one of them smacks it right in the eye as it's taking a snap, and it completely snaps and misses as you fall and hit the ground. Enraged, it takes a snap at Orbog with its tail. Does a 19 hit you, Orbog?
Yeah.
So you take another 26 points of bludgeoning damage. It
says I have resistance to bludgeoning.
right, when you are raging, you half that, so you only take you take 13 points of damage. 13.
That's when being a barbarian is cool.
I hated when Tommy was a barbarian in my campaign. I would have to hit him hard in order for it to matter.
Good night. Stop it. Thing was sticking and it just kept subtracting my hit points.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And as his movement, he is going to move out of the area of where those angels are flying. And now it is Orbog's turn.
Hack and slash.
Yep. Jeez, dude. Chill.
Hey, I'm just listen. Even if he's down, I'm
Both
just gonna
hit.
keep going.
Both hit with a total of 34. Nice, bro.
On the first one, because it rolled with advantage, it rolled a crit. So
Right, I didn't count the 8 that it rolled with.
okay, cool.
I know the ins and outs of the roll 20 now, bro. I'm a dungeon master too, okay?
Got it. I don't mean to short him because he's on my team, but 17 plus 13 is only 30.
Right, but he's raging.
Oh, 34 points. Yes, go Orbog.
You're a gnome, so you wouldn't
No,
know that.
I'm not a gnome. I'm just bad at math.
You don't know him.
I'm a bearded gnome, apparently.
He's a backseat DM apparently too.
Any fans of R.A. Salvatore will get that joke.
Orbog, any movement or bonus actions?
Not. I mean, I don't know what else he can do. There's not much around here we can do anything with. I wish we could tell. Nobody's hit this thing with fire or anything yet, right?
I have.
I've hit it with radiant damage, and yeah, Dave Wilder's hit it with fire.
Not that you guys know.
Know that though.
Well, apparently
You saw smoke.
Apparently Wilder was spicy because we did see smoke come out of its mouth.
For all you know, he was about to breathe fire.
Why is it
That's true.
spicy?
We don't know.
Wilder, make another death save for me, please. Another nat 20.
Whoop! 2 in 1 game.
Bravo!
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so Wilder, you feel like you have been born a second time. You are just gooey in a puddle of vomit.
Oh,
and you open your eyes and you are bleeding and partly digested and you feel terrible.
terrible.
Yeah, I would imagine he's not processing too much at this
Does he?
point.
I forget when this happens. Is the death save his action, or does he get an action now too?
Death
I
save
thought
is
it
your
was my-
action.
Okay.
You didn't get to do
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, so but you are awake and alive. Aileen Sugarbaker.
I'm still alive
Okay.
to say.
16.
16 does not hit.
I've been doing so well.
Any bonus actions or movements?
No.
All right. Stumby.
You're going to like this, guys. I'm going to move up
Yeah.
next to Wilder to heal
Thanks,
him,
buddy.
which will put Fenrik back into the radius of my angels.
Yay.
And I'm going to
I
cast
like
a
it
level
a lot.
3 Cure Wounds on Wilder.
Ooh, buddy.
I have a special new thing because I am a life domain cleric called Blessed Healer. So this will not only heal Wilder, but it'll heal me. So because I'm casting this at level 3, I will get 5 hit points, and Wilder will get 3d8 plus 4.
Roll him high.
So Wilder, you'll get 15 hit points, and I get back 5.
I'll take it. Gladly.
Go ahead and roll your damage on the stupid angels.
So it happens on his turn now.
Oh.
No, it happens whenever a creature enters the radius or starts its turn in it. So yeah, he'll get it now.
I'm going to get it now, and then I'm going to get it again, is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Dwarven nuke, baby. All right, 11 points of radiant damage to Fenrik.
Ugh. And go ahead and roll it again, because it's my turn now.
Gladly. 17 more points of radiant
Good
damage.
golly. All right.
You know why we named this the Dwarven Nuke?
I was there when we stuck those goblins in the blender.
It was so cool.
All right. Orbog, you're going to be 1 through 5. Aileen, you're 6 through 10. Stumblefoot, you're 10 through 15. And Wilder, you are 15 through 20. All right. Wilder, Fenrik looks at you and he just says, "Get back in my tummy." Does a 30 hit, Wilder?
Oh, of course.
So he bites into you for 25 points of piercing damage.
I just fixed that.
He's out.
I just put him back together.
Because I'm broken.
And then does a 28 hit you, Stumblefoot?
Only on Tuesdays and twice on Thursdays.
So you take
28.
you take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yowza. Okay, I'm still conscious, barely.
And Orbog, it is your turn. I think this is the first difficult fight I've thrown at you guys.
Pretty
The
much.
Yetis.
The Yetis was a mistake.
The Yetis.
That was the last time Wilder almost died,
The Shadow Monster.
I think.
The Shadow Monster wasn't supposed to be a fight.
I take that back. Yetis was the last time Wilder.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, that's going to hit. So that's 15 points for that first attack. So this thing takes a bite into Wilder, and Orbog's like, "Not today, Satan." And he just slams the axe into this thing. Go ahead and make your second attack, please, sir.
Yeah. Keep doing this, Orbog. Just keep pumping, man. Just keep pumping.
Well, I mean, to be honestly, too, I was also, which I don't think will work with, since John really likes really nasty, evil characters. I was almost thinking about trying to do a menacing thing or something. I don't know that I could frighten it, though, so.
Another 16, 17 points. Nice. So you take another hack into this thing. It starts to get a really concerned look in its eyes as you guys see that it has like black ichor starting to leak out of it.
Goodness, I should hope so. Orbog's done over 100 points of damage to this thing just by himself.
And it's beginning to look concerned. Wilder, please make a death save. If you get another nat 20, bro. Oh
no, that's a
a
1.
nat 1. Take 2 death saves,
Nat 1.
please.
Oh no.
I mean, two missed death saves.
2 fails. Yep.
The pendulum swings back the other way hard.
The universe is
The
correcting
dice
itself.
giveth and the dice taketh away.
All right, let's get that new character all
Get
rolled
your
up.
dice at Sage's Portal.
Oh, don't despair. The cleric's standing right next to you, and he goes before the monster.
Aileen, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm a stab it again.
Stabbity stabberoo.
23.
Yes, and that 5 stabbing. She's just
Poke.
hacking away as much as she can with her tiny
Poke.
little hands.
Poke.
Any bonus actions or movement?
Nope. I don't get bonus actions unless it's a spell that I'm casting that has a bonus action.
All right.
just poking.
Stumblefoot.
Well, I'm going to do the same thing I did last turn. I'm going to burn.
Baby,
Well, I don't know if I have another level 3. I do. I have one more level 3 spell slot. So I'm going to burn my last level 3 spell slot. and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Wilder, which means I heal for another 5 points. So I'm up to 8 now. And then Wilder, that's a good roll, Wilder. 12, 17. You get 21 hit points, Wilder.
Okay.
What do those hit points help him if he fails another death saving throw?
Well, he doesn't have to make a death save because he has hit points.
Oh,
Everything resets
gotcha.
Yeah.
again.
That makes sense.
All right, and now it is Fenrik's turn.
So Fenrik will take 3d8 damage.
Roll low.
Roll high.
That'll be 11 points of radiant damage. Is it dead?
No. At this point, he looks very concerned, and he sticks his head to the ground and burrows down into the ground.
Taking Wilder with him?
No, he lets Wilder go. And he leaves a very familiar looking mound of dirt where he was at.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is he done? Like, what? Did he just leave?
He's not dead, but I say we run.
I'm all for that, but is he gonna come back and like come after us again?
Don't know, don't care. Let's run.
Okay.
I have to agree.
Nobody got a wheelbarrow.
Where are Pooh and Callum?
Listen, I've got these angel friends for another 10 minutes or so. And then they're going to go away. So, unless he wants another taste of that inside the next 10 minutes, we're okay. But let's run. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Just a heads up, he only had 16 hit points left before he booked it.
Nice.
He only had one Orbog attack left before he booked it.
Exactly.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast, featuring the voices of John Haryu, Celeste Mora, Dave Clements, Josiah Crandall, J.S. Earls, Catherine Cherwinski, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.